Imagine any movie like James Bond, Mission Impossible, or Jack Ryan. And every of these movies has this one moment. Scenario 1. 3 black SUVs driving up a dusty desert road. 3 other SUVs already waiting at the exchange spot, where suitcases full of cash are being exchanged for weapons between criminals. Or scenario number 2. Abandoned, old warehouse. A hacker in a hoodie asking the villain where to transfer the money. And within seconds, hundreds of millions are being transferred from accounts all over the world. And now imagine this was the real life. But through my work in combating economic crime, I can assure you that the suitcases with cash and the hackers, they are reality. For over a decade, I'm advising banks and companies in how to turn off the money tap for criminals. And economic crime is a wide field. It includes money proceeds from drug trafficking, human trafficking and sexual exploitation, fraud and cybercrimes, tax evasion and all those offshore tax havens, piracy, corruption, terrorism. And what all these scenarios have in common is that they need their profits laundered. And money laundering is big. What can we do? Let's consider you're at a sports event, say a soccer match. You pay the entry tickets and food in cash. And fraud in sports has been investigated by Europol. However, criminal activity in sports has not gone away. So, as a concrete action, pay with a debit or credit card to reduce cash ratios. A credit card does, and hence creates transparency. It's commonly known that the fashion industry is flooded with fake products. But did you know that counterfeits often have profit margins of up to 2,000%? And this even gets worse if the beneficiary of those 2,000% is a criminal organization or even a terrorist. So, what can you do to make it harder for criminals to sell fake products? First, be conscious on where you buy your luxury goods and clothes. Second, if discounts sound too good to be true, well, they probably are too good to be true. And third, if there isn't an instant return policy, it's a red flag. Understand your supply chain. Also, introduce data-driven monitoring on key business stats and understand why, for example, sales in certain regions are skyrocketing. For over a decade, I've been seeing companies take less action than needed to combat economic crime. And we have discussed how terrible the consequences of not acting can be. And we have the power to challenge and change the status quo, which means to stop saying, well, I don't care, or what difference do I make? No, we need to scratch beneath the surface like we did in the examples before, and hence demand transparency. The question we need to ask ourselves is, in what kind of world do we want to live? And how much room is there for this underground economy, which is ruled by criminals, gangsters, terrorists? So it's on us as consumers, as investors, as individuals, as law-abiding citizens, to raise our voice individually and collectively, to jointly become that superhero who ensures that the suitcases are empty and the criminal bank accounts show red zeros.